When you're on a date with someone, you know there's a chance, there's a possibility that your safety now or in the future could be compromised, because you may have this belief that a relationship could make you unsafe, take away your safety, take away your resources, take away what you have. What is the secret to keeping a man interested? Okay, I've been thinking about this topic for a little bit and I really want to jump on and talk about it. So as a dating and relationship coach, I have coached many women. And I notice a trend where a woman will fall into two camps, two groups. So everybody in the beginning starts off at the same place. Okay, everyone is very determined, very motivated, ambitious, want to be in a committed relationship moving towards marriage. Everyone goes through my unique process with online dating, with learning about my dating tools and the strategies behind dating. Everyone experiences discomfort, frustration, disappointment. That's normal, okay? So the first group of women, within a month, they end up finding someone, having a strong connection with someone, the guy being super into them, and they're quickly taken off the market. They get into in a committed relationship fairly quickly, fairly smoothly, and they end up being in that long-term committed relationship that is stable and secure. The first group of women go on much fewer dates in total. So they may only go 1 to 3 dates with different men before they get taken off the market. The second group of women, they go through the same process, they do online dating, and they end up going on much more dates. The connection that they do form on the dates, they tend to fizzle out fairly quickly. Between 1 to 5 dates, it will fizzle out. They get ghosted more often, and they have to kind of restart over, date someone new, get back on the apps, and they kind of go through that process over and over and over again. And this could go on for months or years. It really makes you wonder, like, okay, what is then the key difference between these two groups of women? Okay, they both start off in the same place, emotionally in the same place, wanting the same things, right? There's no real key difference in terms of their background, age, profession, education, or anything like that, race. There is one main difference, and that is the thing I wanted to talk about in this video. So the main difference that I see between these two groups of women is their level of openness. Okay, and openness is something that if you're open, it just means that there's not a lot of filter between what you think and what you say and what you feel like doing and doing it. So literally it's I think it and then I say it immediately. And then if I feel like doing it, I do it immediately, right? There's no filter. Okay, so if you're open and you meet someone else who's open as well, who also doesn't have any filter, you can imagine like the interactions between them is a lot faster moving. It's a lot more interactive, spontaneous, more lively, because there's not much filtering going on. And there's also not a lot of space-time that lapses between interactions. When two people are open like this, what ends up happening is they end up simulating, recreating the experience of two people who have known each other for a very long time. They end up creating the experience too of falling in love. So my theory on falling in love is when you have the comfort of feeling like this person, I've known this person forever, and newness, the feeling of newness, like, oh, this person is actually a new person, I don't actually know them, and you have both of these contrasting elements together, that is when it is like pouring gasoline on the fire in terms of falling in love, right? That's when it's very easy to fall in love in that environment because it feels safe and it feels new and exciting at the same time. So we want to be with that person all the time because it is absolutely addictive, right? In contrast, women who are not open, they will experience much fewer connection, much fewer rapport with men on dates, and the connection that they do experience on dates will tend to quickly fizzle out. Like between 1 to 5 dates, it will just fizzle out. The men that she will experience will be inconsistent and probably more low effort, okay? So when a woman starts to accumulate these dating experiences where they're experiencing low effort men who are inconsistent, who ghost, and little rapport, little connection, she starts to believe that good men are hard to find. Or she starts to believe there's something different about me, there's something wrong about me that makes it difficult to find someone. A woman will either want to fill up her funnel with numbers, like quantity, to compensate for that, or she will self-correct, overcorrect the other way and raise her standards, become even pickier, narrowing her funnel. They're trying to solve an emotional problem using strategies, using action, taking action. Pretty much never ends well. It's like taking action, but you're taking action from a really hurried, anxious, worry place where you're like, oh, I need to do this, and you're kind of all over the place, you're like distracted, you're not at peace about the whole process. So that's why it often doesn't work out. So if you can identify with this, then you may be thinking, okay, so then what's the solution? In order to truly get to know someone, you can't be consumed by thoughts of yourself. You can't be overly concerned with yourself and your own safety, okay? Because the closed offness is just a reaction from you being hyper aware of your lack of safety in the context of a relationship. So when you're on a date with someone, you know there's a possibility that your safety now or in the future could be compromised because you may have this belief that a relationship could make you unsafe, take away your safety, take away your resources, take away what you have that you have built up, right? So that creates a lack of safety within you. So reactively, naturally, you're going to close yourself off. So in order to then solve this, right, if you want to be open, you have to learn how to find and create safety within yourself in the context of a relationship. So when you're on a date with someone, for that hour that you're with them, you're in a relationship with them. Okay, so when you're sitting there, you're talking to them, you're like assessing them based on their character, on who they are, what they have. And in that context, you need to learn to find safety within yourself. Only then can you be fully open to express, to be present, to pay attention to them, to truly be immersed in the process of getting to know them without being overly concerned with yourself. So something you can do to help you create safety within yourself is to shift your focus on what you can control instead of what you can't control. Okay, so being more focused on what you can control and paying very little attention or giving very little energy to things outside of your control. So for example, a man is outside of your control. You can't control what he says or what he does. However, you can control your reactions to him. You can control how you feel, how you think, how you direct your thoughts, how you direct your feelings, and then your actions, okay, at any given moment. And again, this is within the context of a relationship, okay? So when you learn that you have power here, you create safety within yourself. You start to trust yourself. Okay, you have your own back, and that is very, very powerful in order to create safety. Coaching can help you make that shift. Therapy can help as well. Picking specific books and courses that talk more about inner work, mental and emotional health, rather than the strategy, the action taking of dating. Because again, the action part is just not going to solve an emotional problem, okay? An energetic problem. That all those things can help shift you into a state of more openness. Now, if you would like to learn how to tap more into your feminine energy and be more open and be more inviting and attract more men and keep their interest, then you will want to check out my feminine energy quiz. You can get that in the link in my description. If you enjoyed this video, then you may want to check out my next video, which is the 7 feminine qualities that guys love. I think it's a great video and it has some really good points on how to be more open and more warm so you can attract those guys. So that's all from me this week. If you enjoyed this, if you like these kind of videos, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification to be notified when I release new videos, and I will see you real soon. Okay, I'll talk to you next time.